Good morning. Hi. Good morning, Tux. Hi. Hello. Hi. Meow. Good morning. Hey, Mart. Let me set this down, but this one's not yours. You come with me. Back this way. Oh, I got your food. Come here, Tux. Meow. Thankfully, stomach comes first with you. Hi, sweetheart. Hi. There you go. Good morning. Hey, Stripey. Let me go get your special bowl. That's my good boy. Stripe does eat in the morning, but he's really always more about that attention. Aren't you, bud? These guys are doing good. I watered my tree at the bottom of the stairs. It's best if I carry the old water down, dump it down there, and then go fill it. Hey, guys. It's 60 degrees this morning. I'm in one layer of long sleeves. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Are you ready, Freddie?
Counting.
Is it counting? Okay.
Counting.
I was just going to say that Michelle and I are still meeting at Guardian Angel today. I'm really looking forward to that. And I have, I'm having a problem on Bricklink ordering Lego parts. And I'm my mind is spinning on this problem right now, I guess. It's a Bricklink error. It's not a seller error. I waited for the nightly maintenance run. I deleted the cart and recreated it, which was a substantial task. And yeah, I don't know what else I can do at this point. I was wondering if I can print the cart to a PDF file and send it to the seller. I think I'm going to have to try that next. Don and I were talking about coming by this weekend and picking up trash. There's a lot of it again. Aluminum cans and discarded fast food stuff, and make it look nice for Christmas at least. It'll last, you know, a couple hours. I just don't understand my fellow man that would do that. I know it's not everybody, but it's enough. It's more than you would want to admit to. So by the time you watch this clip, you'll probably have seen the clip in yesterday's video where we had, I'll call it a near miss up in Holly Springs before we got on 55 and we're near the super intersections, and no fault of Don's or FSD Beta, totally the other driver's fault, and seemingly not a care in the world, because then they went on to kind of do something not so good to this other silver Model 3 that happened to be in the vicinity. We don't know, out of state plate. Anyway, you know, normally I'm not scrutinizing the Tesla dash cam too much because I'm looking at the car dash cam, because that view is typically sufficient for me to see what I care about. But yesterday, I really wanted to see how close that car came to the front fender, because from my perspective, they were within a foot. It was quite close. And I know on dash cam, it tends to make things look farther away than they were, because I'll often show stuff to Don and he's like, yeah, okay. And then a couple times I've shown him stuff that happened while he was out and he's like, yeah, that was closer than that. I sort of see what you're saying now about the perspective on the dash cam, making things look not as critical or urgent as they were. But what I wanted to say was I was really disappointed that we don't have the B-pillar camera, or between the front camera and the side repeater camera, that we really can't see the front or left fenders there, front fenders. We really can't, you can't tell how close somebody came, and that's a very common thing, getting cut off. And so I thought the visuals provided were slightly lacking in that particular, I mean, yeah, if you run into somebody, you're fully covered. Probably if somebody comes out from the side, you're covered. In the rear, you're covered. Maybe the rear quarter panels, you're covered. But the front fender, the front side panels, not so much. So, I don't know. What do you guys think? Why would Tesla not give us access to the B-pillar camera also? And if you've had to use the dash cam footage to show something important, an accident scene or something? Have you had what you needed? I know it's going to be still helpful, but I just am saying it's great, but I think it could be better, I guess. Poor me and Dawn. We just picked up a ton of trash over here this morning. I guess because the weather's so nice. It's 60 degrees right now. 70 yesterday, 70 today. I think it's not going to be cold until Monday. Cold-ish. It's all relative, right? 50s will feel cold after 70s. But there's just so much trash. We're just kind of disheartened. And, you know, we figured it's good for us bending over and picking it up. It interrupts our walking. Don has said to me out of the blue that he felt like... yeah,
I feel a little bit more limber.
Yeah. Wow, a hawk over there. I'm sure it wasn't really on camera well. But he just went after a little songbird. And this bird must have been there at the bird feeder. And I don't know that he got it, but... Wow.
There she comes. She's doing a lap and a half again today. Look at this girl go. Go, ho, ho, ho.
Makes that third lap go really fast when we run almost the whole
That's
way.
right. Look at her go.
That's a half a mile, baby.
That's right.
Okay. My heart rate's up to 167.
Way cool.
Well, even though I ran him pretty hard on the track, he still wants to do his hit today. So, go, Donnie, go. I just to say that after doing a half a mile of running, I'm good.
Yeah, well, I'm a little warmed up now, and if I don't do it today, I can't do it.
So, HIIT, high intensity interval training. And if you want to read up on why it might be more important to do 10 minutes of all out or 5 minutes of all out, these segments, versus exercising longer or faster or whatever, there's a lot of data out there on it.
Actually, it's like a minute or two.
Right. Right, but sometimes they do 5 of them spread out over a little bit. But yeah, the all out, which most of us don't ever do, like I was running at more of my all-day pace, although reaching my maximum heart rate. And I could not do a lap and a half at my all-out pace. It would never happen. Not at this point in my conditioning, it would not happen. But I might could do scoreboard to scoreboard at an all-out pace and not fall over. Basically, if you're done with the HIIT and you're about ready to fall over, you probably worked hard enough. Is that 6?
That's enough.
All right.
Okay, 61:40, 52 minutes 28 seconds, 1850 per mile. But we picked up a lot of trash.
Well,
I did do the HIIT there, which draws out the length, and I don't get a lot of steps for the exertion.
But our steps are actually up over 6,000, and that's because we walked around to get trash.
Right.
Several hundred extra steps walking off the track to pick up things. Yeah.
Valid point.
So.
Exactly right. Yeah. All right. I guess I'm gonna run home.
All right. You go, Donnie. Go.
Yeah. And hopefully.
Donnie likes it when it's over, and he can justify sitting the rest of the day.
Pile up on my butt. All right. Kiss, kiss.
Kiss, kiss. Even if half the pile up is at the computer. There is something to be said about the pressure of the exercise being done for the day being over. Tux is asleep in the tall chair, being a good boy. Stripe and Marty are on the bench cushion, and Morris is in the chair under the carport. I really don't want to disturb anybody, but I sort of need to pull up on these 2 inflatables. They need a minor adjustment every morning. It's really no big deal. You guys be good. I'll see you in a little while. There they go. Johnny says this inflatable is, for a moving one, is the right way to do it. It's all fan motor on, fan motor off, versus something inside of there moving or whatever. He said that one's less likely to break. I'll take his word for it. I'm gonna take Ruby. I heard it release, but I swear lately I've been having trouble getting it out of the car. I don't know why. It's not really locked. I think it's because Dawn normally does it for me. Good morning, Ruby. Let's go meet Michelle. This is not a statement about Tesla. This is a statement about our local network status. You know, yesterday, I was just trying to see what time Ruby said I'd get there so I could tell Michelle. Obviously I know where I'm going and don't need those directions. And I suspect if I do it again a couple times, I can get the directions to show up, because that's what happened the other day. But I was literally sitting in my spot on the love seat the other day, and I had 1 times extended cell service on my phone. The 5G service was non-existent, lower than 2 bars, and Don, thanks to some kindness, has an antenna to add to that may help in those prevent those 2-bar situations, because it seems to always work great at 3 bar. And then the Time Warner the cable modem, it wasn't working right either. And you know, fast was basically showing things were at a trickle, and it seems like, you know, I can't prove it, right, but it seems like we're having really bad network connectivity in Fuquay right now. And I've seen that happen before for 2 or 3 weeks at a time, because I notice more than the average person would because of Pokemon Go, when my phone is not, you know, able to draw the Pokemon screen and do stuff, and it should be able to. And you know, it happened at the house the one time. I mean, a lot of times if I'm having problems at the house, I've switched to my phone hotspot, and it actually does remarkably well at letting me do the video edits. Now, I can't get the files where I need them to go, but I can do the editing up on the web browser and WeVideo, no problem. But the other day it was like, God, the phone's got 1 time extended service too. I can't even do anything on my phone is not even helping me out of this network jam. So I'm tired of it. Just saying, I need reliable and consistent network coverage in my life in order to not be a grump. Yeah, I saw this morning these cones up here at South Park, and I wondered why in the world they were putting them there. They're going to repaint it so Jules won't be confused. No, I don't think that's what they're doing. But I honestly, I don't know. I don't know what they're doing. Okay, there's a big, huge honking hole in the asphalt over there. And I actually had seen them 1 time before digging that spot. I don't know why. The town had dug it up and done something and then patched it up. So whatever that something was, that repair or that new stuff must not have held. Oh, joy. Well, they came in and made that hole and then left pretty quick there. I guess it's a different group of guys that makes the hole and then actually does the whatever they need to do. On a Friday afternoon right before Christmas, if it's not an emergency, I would argue that it's not a good time to be blocking that part of the road. But, you know, that's just me. There's mean comments on the town's Facebook page about the traffic. I guess he's coming to fill it in or do something. I don't know. Just, you know, the town leaders allowed too much growth, and the roads didn't keep up, and it's miserable living in Fuquay because you can't get from one side of the town to the other, and there's just all kinds of communicate stuff out there. I waved at him. He's one of the lawn crew we see all the time over at South Park. I think they know me and Dawn in the Tesla now, whichever Tesla. Yeah, I don't know what the answer to the traffic is. I mean, nobody wants to wait. You could wait till I come past, Mr. Truck Driver. Thank you. Nobody wants to feel a truck is coming out into the road at them when they're going past. Yeah, I don't know what the solution is for the town traffic. I do know that it is bad. Sometimes we wait longer than we want to. Fair to say. And you know, Fridays and pre-holiday is not a good time. Hey girl! I do have 1 or 2 things for her back here. That Slimer character pop, Funko Pop. Because remember, I got 2 of them. One's for Connor. And just a couple other little things. Well, you look so pretty, girl. Look at you. This morning. I hear that. It always makes a difference, doesn't it? Really say Christmas stuff is 50% off? Uh-oh. Really? here. That's pretty awesome. You're just getting all the toys. This one's got Vincent Price on the box. How to Host a Murder, it says. Not getting it, but it is super cute. A Easter bunny rabbit Hello Kitty. You can't quite see both ears, but you get the idea. We have to check out all of the stuffies. Michelle usually does most of the heavy lifting. She saves my knees. Thank you, Michelle.
You're very welcome.
Wow, look at the vintage trucks. That is pretty darn cool. I think they need to go to Eaterville. Yeah, we did find a bag of Lego parts here, so that's all right. Repeat after me. Clap on.
Clap on.
Clap off.
Clap off. Clap on. Clap off. The clapper.
Well, I need boxes. I've been wanting boxes. Magnet clothes. That looks good. This is kind of cute. On the left it says good cat, on the right it says bad cat, but all the cats at my house are good. So follow your heart, embrace your dreams, cherish your life. Huge snowflake tablecloth. It's going to be $4. And I found Elf, a boy and a girl salt and pepper shakers, 50% off. I love it. That's cute. It says good all year, for all you know. Yeah. Okay, this is going down as the most strangely unique Christmas shirt. It's a tooth Santa. I guess if you work at the dentist. Well, if I had a cabin in the mountains, and that is the biggest, I guess it's not a mug, technically it's a pitcher. Debbie mug. Well, I don't think I need another pet stare, but if I did, that's a good deal. Oh my goodness, you found Baby Yoda ears. Way cool, way cool. Well, this is what happens as we go down the clothes aisle. We just pile stuff on top. I've got a nice pair of running pants and a shirt. And Dawn got a fancy pair of suspenders. She really likes suspenders. No act of kindness, no matter how small, is ever wasted. Ocean Beauty Ariel. I spotted it from across the store.
$3. So do you want me to go first?
Yes, I want you to go first.
Yours is somewhere here.
That's right. If you're thinking that's a bin with Legos in it, you would be right. Well, Michelle and I sat here in the parking lot for about 30 minutes and I fixed all of her Pokemon tasks, fulfilled them, and, you know, made her some XP and some Stardust, and I'm impressed. She's almost got that current Stardust task completed. They're really impressed. And we were just hanging out. We're gonna gift exchange Monday at her house, so that'll be good. I think I'm gonna go the other way today. To the right is good, to the left was way backed up. There she is, headed home. Headed to Taco Bell, I think. I do so appreciate you coming out to help me.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, they rounded up pretty much every Lego they had in the store for me. There's a lot of stuff in there. Yep, there's a Coast Guard cutter. It's all, I mean, it really looks like it's all real. Oh, I get to see on the bottom because Don's holding it. Yeah, your girl would be a little excited.
Yeah, it sounds like
Meow. Meow. He always rubs my leg. He's such a good boy. My new phone came. I'm just out here enjoying this beautiful 70-degree day. Just had a cup of coffee. Sitting here with Gray and Panther, taking turns, giving them attention. Gray's done so well adjusting to moving from the back platform to the front porch, her choice. And losing Slate. I certainly want to make sure she gets TLC. Good girl.
So I turned it upside down, of course water came out. I put it in this tray, and I found out that it's nice to have a 2x6 1.5 inch thick, and it keeps this control above the tray, which is going to catch the water.
Not putting weight on it.
Well, not putting weight on it, and it also raises it up high enough that the controls won't be down in the water.
Okay.
You probably, and oh, by the way, the water doesn't come flowing out immediately. You turn it upside down, wait about 5 minutes, and then it starts coming out. It doesn't just, so anyway. So you don't have to, it's very easy to get this cover off. One screw right up here in the front. The cover goes like this. That one screw comes out. That's all you got to pop out the screw. and they pop this cover off. Now I pulled this white wire off this thermistor here, and so I could check it. And the little, this is the thing that's in the hairdryer, this right down here. That's the little safety fuse, thermal fuse, that could be opened up, but that's good. You can hear that's good, right? And we're good to hear. I said we're, anyway, this is good. This heating element is fine. It's reading, come on. Come on. My ohm meter is giving me grief right now. The heating element here, across the heating element, reads 203 ohms, so the heating element's not open. So basically at this point, this thing right here is what's bad. It ought to be closed at this temperature. It opens up when it gets hot. So this is what controls the temperature of the heating element. It simply turns on and off. It opens it. Yeah. And so this is what's bad.
Will you be able to fix that?
Well, I'll probably replace it, but I will give it a shot. Yeah. I'm thinking I'll be able to replace it.
Cool. I've been working for, I don't know, 90 minutes, 2 hours. I haven't really kept track. I've got all the inside downstairs done, except for I'm missing some flat green tiles, which are on the way from a North Carolina seller. Some of the details are, the stockings are hung. Mrs. Claus here is making donuts and cookies in the kitchen. The little girls from the Friends Advent Calendar, the kids, they're waiting on their presents underneath the Christmas tree. And Dawn is over here, or maybe Mom after the end of the day, looking at the fire, milking cookies, all rested. And I'm just at the point where I've got to decide what the windows are going to look like. I know that the windows are going to be red. The door's green. Everything's mostly red and green with a little pink and white thrown in. You know, I got to decide how they're going to look relative to what they look in the Monster Mansion. I'm at that decision point, but I've got to stop for dinner and taekwondo, and I'll probably play with it a little more tonight, but I'm mostly done for the night, so I say. I just dropped Johnny off at taekwondo. Okay. I am headed back home, and I'm not sure if Dawn or I are going to come and grab Johnny. It has to do with Dawn eating versus me cooking. I'm not sure my piece of meat is ready, but he might need help with nachos. He also needs me to go look for something in the attic. An old coffee pot that I think is up there, so he can get our Keurig Duo fixed. So I discovered that every year, the week or two before Black Friday, they put that Keurig Duo on sale for $99. Looks like consistently every year, but after Black Friday and between Christmas, you can't get it for under like $150. They only do that $99 thing, you know, very short, limited amount of time. So Dawn and I have decided that the next time I see it for $99, we like it so much, we're just gonna buy one and keep it around for when we need it. Well, I was home long enough to go up in the attic. The 4-cup coffee maker just had a basket and a decanter that was never used. We had a failure, and we went and we bought another one. They were like 10 bucks or something, the Mr. Coffee, when we did that years ago. And you know, the basket and the decanter were still good in the one that gave out, so we just, you know, saved them because decanters get broken sometimes, and still up there in the box, so that was easy to find. And then I found we have a 12-cup Mr. Coffee maker that I think we got really inexpensive too, and it's never been used. So Don surely didn't want to take apart a perfectly new and good coffee maker to try to fix the other one. So he put it back together for the night, and now that he knows, has the part and stuff, he's gonna go try to order one on eBay or something. He's gonna go research it now. So, but I saved him from the attic over the house, not the garage attic, and going through my stuff to get to the, you know, I know where everything is up there within reason, and I saved him that trouble. I was right where I knew it was and where I told him, but with the empty Christmas boxes all out all over the place, piled up. I mean, they're in stacks, but still, it's just hard to maneuver up there right now. Christmas is not the time you want to be up in the attic doing stuff from a organizational perspective. So I figured out how I want the windows to look, and I'm happy. I am, mostly. You could tell I was hedging, right? I'm happy with everything except for these bottom two holders being white. I really think I want them to be red. And I don't think, I will double check. I'm not sure that I have those in red. I have a bunch in white because that's what I had planned. Is it a big deal? No, but snow's supposed to be on top, and these are not white windowsills. It's supposed to all be snow. I'm sure some of these little tiny flat tiles, but I really like how the wreaths and the icicle and the snow and I like how all that stuff turned out. All right, I risked life and limb and carried Marty back here with Johnny. This is Tux's normal spot in the evenings, but Marty's little head was in the door again. So we thought we'd try it. He's concerned, but trusts his trustworthy human.
Well, he's purring right now.
Right. He's very curious, which is fine. Just know that the last time I brought him inside, he tried to go through the kitchen window to get out because he got so freaked. So, but you know, little baby steps. You can get down and check it out. All right, well, we'll, you know, see how he does. He probably won't be in too long, but we can try again another night too. Meow. He usually mews when he's happy. That was not a happy talk.